Hello everyone, and welcome back to Core. Our good friend Robert is having a good day, a good time, a swell time. So I'm excited to see where this goes. We continue hugging for a bit longer, but at some point I see Ed and Gus standing close to us, and not sure how to react. Gus looks distant, as if his head is somewhere else right now. I totally understand that. I need to talk to him later. Ed just looks worried, unsure of what to do. So even if I still have tears on my face, I smile at him. I'll be fine. I definitely have work to do on myself, but I'll be fine. He smiles, still worried, but I can tell he feels relieved to see me smile. I'm sorry I reacted that way, but I'm still here. I'm really glad to hear that. Do you know what happened? I really don't, but what I heard shouldn't be possible. I can't hear the tone of dead people. It shouldn't be possible, but I heard it. Whatever the case, I shake my head, letting go of Hector and clearing the tears from my face. No, and I don't really think I'll find out, but I'm okay with that. A dumb idea comes to mind, this miracle cave thing. Maybe it has something to do with it. I don't know why, but it's there. Whatever the case, I heard what I heard, and I'll move on. What a tasteless miracle, though. I turn around as soon as I hear footsteps, and I expect to see Faust and Mike, but it's only the crocodile. My smile fades, and I don't when I don't see the lion there. I was hoping he'd be here.
He'll be fine, and he's decided to wait for us at the bus station.
I don't like that. I'll have to talk with Mike later too. I haven't seen him distance himself from anyone before. Then let's go. Faust looks at me concerned, but his expression relaxes when he sees me nodding and smiling a bit. I have some strength left for them.
All right.
Faust leads the way, and even if I'm feeling calmer than before, I can tell things are still awkward between all of us. The silence accompanying us is not comforting, but almost forced, as if everyone's scared of interacting again. During our way back, I noticed Gus is staying behind. I wanted a chance to talk to him, so I slow down my pace, letting him catch up to me. He looks at me for a moment before moving his sight back to the ground. I don't really know how to approach him. So I don't say anything, but I make sure I stay by his side. I think something's on his mind, and I don't want to force him to talk.
I'm really sorry, Rob.
It seems to work, because he speaks up shortly after.
I had no idea. I wouldn't have said what I said otherwise. I just thought.
It's alright. You couldn't have known. I mean, no one was going to tell you. I think everyone thought that if someone had to tell you, it should be me, and I've been actively trying not to think about him. Not even his name. You simply couldn't have known, so don't feel guilty about it.
But I do. I brought you here. I don't know if this would have happened otherwise, but I brought you here and it happened.
That's not all right. I don't want him to think like that. I reach for his hand, carefully, making sure he can reject it if he wants. He doesn't, looking at me instead, surprised, but with a guilty look. Stop that, please. You couldn't have known, and no one was blaming you.
But I made you cry and...
My hand tightens the grip with his, making him stop walking so he can look at me. So what? I'm still here. I thought I was handling things, and but all it took was but all it took was for me to think I heard him, to realize I'm not. I think I would have felt like this at some point, and even if it's selfish, I'm glad it happened when all of you were here. I'm not sure how it would have affected me if I was alone when it happened. He doesn't respond, still looking at the ground. I'm not fully getting through his skull.
But Mike is also... and your friends.
Our friends, Gus. Come on. You can remember I like chocolate, but you can't remember that we're all your. What? You can remember that I like chocolate, but you can't remember that we're all your friends too? I smile a bit as I say that, and I see it has an effect on Gus, who tries to hold back a chuckle. I think he's still feeling overwhelmed as I pull him closer for a hug. Mike will be fine, and so will I. All of us will be fine. We're just dealing with a complicated situation. All of us, not just me. Part of me tries to feel entitled about being the one who should feel the saddest about this. But honestly, fuck that part. That's not what's important. I'll talk with Mike personally, and just know that all of us are fighting to move forward, so please, believe in us. Gus hugs me back tightly, and I can feel in his inner tone that he believes in me. I still feel a hint of guilt, but that's something he'll have to work on himself. All I can do is prove that I'll still be here.
I do. It's just, I'm scared of hurting y'all. I'm so happy to see y'all again, and our friends. I don't wanna fuck that up. I'm scared of losing y'all again.
I step back a bit, letting go of Gus, and just so I can hold his hand, determined to never make him feel this way again. That will never happen. I'm going to do my best to make sure we're together for as long as we can. I promised you yesterday, Gus. We're not going to leave you alone again. He looks down again, unsure if he can believe me. Probably. But I'm glad to see he chooses to do so, as he looked back at me with a small smile on his face.
You're right. Sorry. I believe you, Rob.
Good. But I don't care if you believe me or not. I'm still proving my words. His smile brightens a bit more after hearing that, and I'm glad to see this moment we had, because because of me probably won't affect us as much as I thought. We finally reach the end of the path, but to the small village, and it doesn't take us too long to see Mike standing against a wall near the bus station. I wave my hand at him, trying to smile softly, like I did with the others, to let him know I'm doing better. But he turns his head away, not looking at us anymore. And the oppressive silence comes back. Maybe I tried to fix things too fast with him. The others walk towards the bus stop, but I decide to carefully approach Mike instead. He doesn't move away or tell me to stop, so I guess that's good. However, I do keep my distance, resting my back on the same wall. Hey, big guy. He doesn't respond, and it hurts. I was hoping I didn't hurt him this much, but now I'm worried I have. I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry I wasn't thinking about how you felt about it. It just happened. No response again. Come on, please talk to me, Mike.
Are you back to normal again?
What? I didn't like that tone. The tone of that sounded almost aggressive.
I'm glad to see you're doing better. I just wish you hadn't said that about Jacob.
I didn't.
I can't pretend you're hearing him. I can't pretend you're hearing him as if he's still alive either, Robert.
What the fuck? That's so not fair. Why is he this angry with me?
I can't. We can't go back to that moment. I can't afford it. I can't get stabbed every time you get depressed to heal.
What the fuck are you talking about? My voice raises, and I know the others heard me, and I don't give a shit. That's so stupid. Are you saying that was on purpose, you moron?
No, it wasn't, but it worked.
Is this what you meant when you said you were proud of getting stabbed? Are you really that fucking stupid?
I don't know. Stop fucking yelling at me.
He turns to look at me, and I can tell he's holding back. This was a really fucking bad idea.
Listen, I'm sorry. I really am. But I'm fucking angry right now. I say stupid shit when I'm angry, so just leave me alone, Robert.
I can't just
Robert.
Faust gets my attention, and I see a concerned, yet stern look on his face. He really wants me to stop. I look at the others, and none of them are looking at us. Their ears are lowered, and I realize I'm not fixing anything like this. I take another look at Mike, and he turns around again, and again to not look at me. Whatever. I don't think he'd be the one I wouldn't. What? I didn't think he'd be the one I won't be able to talk to. But here we fucking are. Okay, Angie boy. Well, I fucked up the good ambience I was building. The bus comes, and we all sit separately. We all probably need our own time after this. I don't know how to feel right now. I think I feel nothing because I've felt too much in a short time. I'm just numb, staring out the window, letting time pass. Whatever happened before now doesn't matter. None of it anymore. I just wish I could go home, but even home is empty now. We all step out of the bus, still not talking, and we continue to stay in silence while it drives away. Funny, I feel so numb that I wasn't even scared like before. I guess I really don't care about things right now.
So, I guess I'll be going home now.
Right, Gus doesn't stay with us. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't have the energy to handle that right now.
Alright, I'll message you later, okay? Thank you. Yeah. Goodbye.
I wave my hand.
No. No, we're not ending things this way.
I look at Hector, who now looks royally pissed, and he's looking at me and Mike.
I refuse to just go home like this. This sucks.
Okay.
I don't care. It will never be the time. You idiots are letting this moment affect the whole trip. We're not going to be like this forever, Hector. Come on. I know you won't. And that's fine. But look at Gus. Have you not paid attention? Do you think he's going to call again after this?
Seeing Hector like this is getting me fired up again, and I'm not sure it's for the best. Why is he so angry now? This isn't about Gus or him or why.
I didn't come to this trip for this. We came here to disconnect together, to bond and have a nice vacation. Today was a fantastic day. I went to an impressive cave with some really good friends. Yes, Gus, you too. And it was amazing. And Faust took photos, and we chilled on our own, and we had lunch together. And yes, something bad happened before, but we were handling it like adults. So why can't we end to this day like adults? Why are you two acting like children?
Right, and I'm the bad one in the story, too.
Well, yes, you're being an asshole right now. We all heard what you said before. I know you're pissed off, but come on. And Robert, for trying to be the psychologist, that was some fine job you did. Patients will love it when you scream at them when something doesn't work.
What's your problem?
My problem is that no one's talking about the problem, and we're letting it slide, and it's hurting us. That's my problem.
He breathes heavily and tries to calm down, realizing he's been yelling for some time. People are starting to look at us.
I'll stop yelling. Sorry, but I needed to get through to you two. Remember why we all came here. First of all, we needed a break. It's been a really shitty time since the accident, and things, excuse me, and things were getting better very recently. We were all also Oh, that looks a bit loud on the levels, so I will fix that. I don't want like loud traffic noise. That seems annoying. But we all also have our own reasons to be here. I wanted to escape from my stupid parents, who don't think I'm old enough to make my own choices. We all decided to visit Core so we could recharge our batteries, figure ourselves out, and just have fun, right? So why are you all giving up on that over one dumb argument? Let's talk things out like the adults we are.
No one really replies, but not because we don't care. We're just Speechless, I guess. He's not wrong. I don't need to force things. Wait. I didn't need to force things out so they would be fixed right away. And that's my main problem. I'm trying to feel better immediately, and when things don't work out, I explode. It happened when I found out about Faust smoking, and it happened with Mike now. Of course, Mike is angry and saying stupid shit. So was I. I should have given him time, like he wanted.
Can I ask you all for a favor? Please.
Sure.
Let me have a talk in private with Robert and Mike. Wait for us at the beach house. You too, Gus.
Me too.
Of course, you're part of us, so do this with us. For me, or me, please.
All right, I can do that. I guess it's fair. Are you two okay with that? Yes, I guess it's the least I can do after today. And you, Mike? He doesn't respond immediately, but he ends up nodding, looking down at his feet. Okay, I'm more calm after the bus trip after all.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Really. We'll be back in a bit.
He holds both Mike's hand and mine, and pulls us in his direction, taking us somewhere else. I don't even get to see if the others are really going back to the beach house, but my guess is they are. We soon realize that he's taking us to the beach too, but to the opposite side. I guess he wants us to be isolated from everyone else so that we don't scare people like we did just a minute ago. Hector almost trips when we reach the sand due to how difficult it is to walk on, and I can't help but chuckle at that, and I hear Mike do the same. I don't dare to look at him right now, but it's nice. Eventually, he decides that's far enough, and he lets us go, turning around to look at us.
All right. First of all, thanks for listening to me and coming here, even if I kind of dragged you to.
Kind of.
In details, I had verbal consent. Back to business, Mike. I think we need to know what you meant with what you said before.
I told you, I was angry, so I just said some bullshit that isn't true.
But it was coming from somewhere. Why did you think that?
I feel like Hector and I have switched places, and he's being the psychologist right now. When did he become so observant? I never noticed. Not this much. But he has a point, and I don't think it'll stop bothering me if I don't understand what Mike meant with that. I need to know too. I'm not trying to guilt trip you, but it hurt. But it hurted? But it hurted me, because I felt guilty for what happened. Like, I know I was depressed and that I should have moved on back then, but... Robert, that was really bad back then. I'm sorry. But I hated to see you so apathetic. After the car accident, I was glad to know that you woke up from the coma. We didn't know when... if you were going to wake up.
I told him too before. I was really glad to know he was back.
But he wasn't really back. We all noticed. You were distant. You didn't want to meet anyone. It took Faust and I a few months to get you out of your apartment. I don't blame you, of course. But while we were trying to process what happened, you just sunk in even more, and I hated seeing you like that. So, when you told me that you were going to hang out with me, I was so happy, but you didn't change. You were so sad, it hurted to see you. No, I'm sorry. You don't have to be. I guess that was nothing you could do. But then, when we went to that bar...
You got mugged, right? I never really heard the whole story.
We were, heading back, yes. A couple of drunk assholes tried to mug us, and... Mike sighed, looking at me, and I knew he wanted me to talk now. It's only fair. He's trying to explain how he felt, so I should do the same. They tried to, They tried to, give them their money, but I didn't even move. I know I should have, but I didn't have the energy. I was so tired of everything when I felt him threaten me with a knife. I don't continue. I think they know where I was going with that. Back then, I thought maybe that was my chance to see Jacob again.
I hated that. I hate that moment. And I hate you when you realized what was happening. So I snapped, and I punched them. I beat them up until they ran away. Fuck anyone who tries to hurt my friends.
He screams those lines, and now I get why Hector wanted us to be at the beach. The waves and the distance from other people would make this easier.
Of course. One of them stabbed me before I could send them home, and I didn't even notice.
I noticed first.
Yes, and it's horrible, I know. I scared all of you, but at that moment I was happy. I was happy because I saw you scared, Robert. You reacted to something, and from that point on, I saw the ferret I cared so much about coming back to us. So yes, maybe it's stupid, but I would die for any of you gladly. I would do it again if it meant saving any of you. That's what I meant.
I see. You probably said it differently because you were mad, but I understand.
Only Faust has seen me angry like that, and I can't hold back those thoughts. I'd rather let time pass on my own.
Oh, excuse me.
And deal with them without hurting anyone. I'm sorry if what I said was stupid. I'm sorry I felt like that. But I really care about you, Robert. And I got scared. I thought you'd go back to hurting, to being apathetic. I didn't want you to die in that car crash again.
Fuck, I'm such an idiot. I really should have handled things better before. I promise I'll never go back to that, Mike. I promised Hector before, too. I hate to say this, but you were right. When I saw your wound, I thought you were going to die too, and I got really scared that I was going to lose you too, and suddenly every feeling came back at once. I was scared I was going to lose you because of me, that I was going to be even more alone. It made me realize I couldn't be like that anymore. I didn't want to, and that Jacob probably wouldn't want that for me either.
Jacob would love how you are now, Robert. You and I have known him for a very long time, and...
Mike sits on the sand, leaning back as he could rest his weight on his hands and spread his legs, looking at the clouds above us. I decided to do the same, hugging my legs instead. I don't know about Hector, but I think he's giving us space to talk.
Fuck, he was a fantastic guy.
He was the best. I miss him so much, Mike.
Me too. He really saw the bright side of everything.
You two looked at each other. Wait, you looked a lot like each other in that aspect. He just wasn't bombastic about it like you were.
I know. But he always believed in all of us, especially you. You should have heard him when he talked about you.
I'm tearing up again, but I don't fight it this time. I thought I cried enough in the past, but maybe you never cry all you need to. Wait, maybe you never cry all you need to cry. Okay, I'm doing that. I'm getting there.
I have no doubts in my mind that he'd be so proud of who you are now, Robert. And who you're becoming. You're a great friend, and we all want to be happy.
You're making me cry. Shut up.
That's fine. I'm crying too. Come on.
His arm reaches for me and pulls me closer, and I can't stop myself from hugging him back or holding him tight. I always knew Mike and I were the ones who were hit the hardest by what happened to Jacob, but we never talked about it before. We just let it slide and moved on, but I guess we never really moved on. Maybe this stupid miracle business needed to happen. Maybe it's okay to not feel alright all the time. It's okay to hurt when it hurts, and it's okay to feel when it feels. As long as we look up again and we keep going, as long as we're together. Okay. Alright, I'll end the part here, everyone. So I'll see you guys around.